Good morning, guys. Good afternoon, wherever you are. I forgot to give credit to Australia the other day. I did a Swedish video, but hi Australia, I know you're watching the channel. I promise to make another video in English because you've been requesting it. You Swedish, you don't have to watch it if you don't want. But I got some viewers in America, Australia, and so forth, so on. And also some of my Filipino friends wants to see what is going on. Because there's about 30,000 Filipinos in Sweden, and a lot of them have relatives here. Actually, two of my absolutely best friends are married to Filipinas in Sweden. So it's interesting for them as well, even though the wife speaks perfect Swedish. What's going on in Sweden? Yeah, they had a revamp in the government. Our leader, the enormously popular Stefan Löfven, have changed a few positions. He doesn't change the positions based on skills or what they deserve. He bases it only how he can keep his power. He made a completely incompetent, normally in a company, if you put somebody in a board or you change something in the company, it's on competence, not on incompetence. But in the Swedish government, it's based on incompetence. The Green Party, there are two leaders in the Green Party, always a man and a woman. Again, it's not competence; it's just gender equality. It's stupid. I don't care if it's two women or two men. The most competent person should have the position. But this guy has now become the vice prime minister of Sweden and also the climate minister. And the first thing he said is, because the climate change and all these things they've been wasting money on, it didn't work. Sweden closed down a nuclear power plant, and now we're firing up the oil plants instead and heating Sweden with oil and buying coal-produced electricity from Poland. That's how stupid they are. And now, because the climate crisis didn't work out, because we have a record cold in Sweden, they said it's going to be so hot and the temperature is going up and all that. But with the record cold, they're now starting something new. It's called nature crisis. So they can milk more money from the Swedish taxpayers. I mean, I said in my Swedish program, don't buy this shit, this bullshit. But that's the first thing he started when he got his new position. He's also the climate minister now. So for being incompetent, he got rewarded from the Swedish prime minister, because the Swedish prime minister needs these people to stay in power. Two other women in the Green Party got new positions as well. They were elevated, more power, even though they're completely incompetent. I would call them morons. I mean, they're complete idiots. There's not a single thing correct in the brains of them. But power corrupts, and our prime minister is one of the most corrupt and power-hungry politicians the world have ever seen. He's worse than the dictators. So he'd do anything for power, even destroying his own country and his own people. In Sweden now we have homeless people who work their whole lives, pay taxes, had a bad turn in the end of their lives. They now sleep on the street, and it's 25 degrees below zero. And we have a group in Gothenburg. You can search on it. I honestly forgot the name, but the guy running it is a guy called Christian Johansson, a very nice guy. They're out trying to make sure that these guys survive with food, clothes, sleeping bags. They're doing a fantastic job. And we have a group in Stockholm called Vid din sida, On Your Side, is doing the same thing, while the Swedish government is flying 737-800s with MENA people who gets everything free in Sweden: apartments, clothes, iPhones, iPads, gym, free bus rides, money, social security, welfare, the whole lot. But the Swedish, they have to sleep on the street. It's disgusting. We have 300,000 retirees who can't afford to eat a full meal food a day. and the Swedish government, they throw billions and billions on this climate crisis, and then now they're going to throw on this nature's crisis, and how many hundreds of billions they throw on these luxury tourists from the MENA countries and the 30-year-old children from Iran who's tired of weaving carpets. I can't even comprehend. It's beyond my comprehension what's going on. Anyway, it's just a short video in English, so you guys know I haven't forgotten you. I'll make a better one next week and a proper one, so with the latest news. This is just a little teaser because I'm so upset. I've been following these two groups the last couple of days when they've been out on the street working for the poor people. While, believe it or not, our Prime Minister and the whole government, in the middle of a crisis, a pandemic, they raised their own salaries. The Prime Minister got about $500 more a month. He really deserves it for destroying Sweden. And all the other ministers got pay rise as well. Everybody else has to understand that it's tough times, except the politicians. That's how disgusting they are. I can't even find words, and the words I have in my mind, I can't say them because it's not allowed on this platform, unfortunately. But my despise for these politicians is, yeah, you can imagine. You know me now, guys. All right, have a good day, and I'll be back on the English next week, I promise you, with a bit more information. And for you guys who's... I know you watch Håkan Bergmark on his English programs. He's on something called Rumbler. You can search on it, and he's under Håkan the Swede, not under his own name. So Håkan the Swede. I'm sure he's going to continue upload on YouTube as well, but at the moment he's on Rumbler. So you can follow him there. He's a great guy. I'm very proud to be his friend. Have a good day, guys. Cheers.